And now, this is a certified hood classic.
So, Made in LA, is that where the sex was, or is that like where you were birthed?
Well, you know, my mom, I got, you know, on my lower back it says made in NC because my mom got boned in NC.
Got it. Just another Manning Monday. It's been a while, actually. So I'm
Quite a while. Quite a while.
So what do we got? What do we got today?
Creed, well, let me go ahead first and thank all the new people that are here. 19,000 subs over on We Got a Case. So anybody new watching from there, like Gigi here.
Nice.
Thank you, Gigi.
I almost feel like we should have a party at 20K. That's a lot of subs, actually.
Yeah, well, it's a slow mover. It's a slow burn over there. So we got some time.
I just like, if that was our only channel, like we would definitely be selling.
Oh yeah, we'd be cutting and strutting right now. So all the new people that are watching this, they're only used to watching some of our uploads and things like that. This show is when you'll see myself and Credence, and we're going to discuss some of these court cases that we haven't seen. This is stuff that may be new, it may be old, but it's new to us. So that's what matters. Now, we're in a situation here, Creed, where at this time, I think this was last year.
Okay.
Judge Manning was seeing this lady. I guess her name is Is it like Sade, like the singer, like Smooth Operator?
I'm not sure. She's kind of a celebrity, I guess.
She is a celebrity because from everything I read now, I looked briefly. I do not know this lady. She's married to a singer named Neo. Neo. N-E--Y-O.
Anybody?
Anybody know his hits? He's obviously he's kind of a big deal in the hip hop world, I'm guessing. Okay. And she has two of his children, and they have a tumultuous relationship. And I don't even think they're together anymore. So this was a situation where,
yes,
Miss Sade here, and her child,
Randy, best 4 months of my life.
Allegedly, this is all allegedly, Miss Sade and her child jumped another kid when he was getting off the school bus. Allegedly. She's gone before a judge. Judge put an ankle monitor on her, put a temporary protective order out against Miss Sade to keep her away from the other kid and the family of the child and stuff like that. Well, we're back now after 90 days. Her very high-priced lawyer, Alex there, he wants the TPO dropped. He wants the ankle monitor off of her. But Mr. Jordan over here is going to represent the alleged victim here. And he's got a lot to say about not wanting that to happen.
Got it. Logical. We're not stepping on any shit at all. We do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 p.m. So if anybody's stepping on something,
I'm jumping off. We do it every day. It's like, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Now, but we just spent 2 years or more Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 1 p.m. East. Thank you.
Yes.
Anyways, yeah, cool. All right. Well, I'm learning. Neo sounds like Bobby Joe just said. And also
R&B singer. Okay. See, there we go. That's why we need you guys here to help us. And we're going to find out about something called, I think it's
Marky. That's what it's called. Marky, you're alive.
Is this the real one though? He may have been somebody may have murdered him and took his name.
My Lord.
There's a thing called the Shade Room. Are you familiar with the Shade Room?
I'm not.
Or the Shade or Shadow? I think it's the Shade Room.
I don't know.
We're going to talk about the Shade Room too. So,
Paisley, congrats, catching one after midnight. I love it. I saw that she did it was a long ass chase too.
Look, I got the alert. I had just laid down in bed.
Oh, I was past,
and I said I'm not getting up. And thank God I didn't, because it was like over 2 hours, and I'd been.
I saw it was a long one. So good job on that. Because all right, let's do it. It's been a while.
The pretty young lady on the left, Judge. That's her.
Oh, Alex.
Judge, she's a celebrity. This case has gotten some attention via the media, etc.
Jumping right in.
However, I do have to make a point. She has had no contact with the victim or the victim's children.
Peter.
So she's been compliant with that. In fact, they now go to a different school. We're just here 90 days later to go ahead and ask that the ankle monitor or Taltrix monitor be removed. As you said at the last hearing 90 days ago, you said, hey, 90 days, she's had no problem. Come before you again. Here we are.
All right. Mr. Scott?
It's actually 88
I have no
Jordan.
idea who she is. Sorry, ma'am. I'm no idea who you are.
It's actually 88 Jordan on behalf of the state for this case, Your Honor. Good evening.
All right.
Your Honor, the state would oppose the motion to modify the bond conditions. I will make my argument as succinct as possible. I also do have an impact statement, Your Honor, from Ms. whom is the mother of the victim child in this case. Your Honor, essentially, as Attorney Arca was saying, the defendant is
That's an OG
individual. There were issues that came about as of September 11th. The defendant did post a picture of her ankle monitor in regards to this case. She also posted a few pictures and videos of children involved in a fight in this particular case. She also posted a direct message which highlights the victim's social media, or at least that she purported that this was the victim's social media. Your Honor, just to be as succinct as possible, we believe that the defendant here, there is a risk that she is using her platform to circumvent her bond conditions, to have indirect contact with the victim and the victim's family in this case.
Are we talking like indirectly, maybe doing like lives and stuff on the TikTok kind of thing and kind of send messages out? Maybe
absolutely. That's a clear violation, isn't it?
I would think so.
You start putting out things about the social media of the victim and things that like that. I mean, that's
Marky, when you went away, we sadly said without Marky,
we said in honor of his passing.
Yeah, we said it will rest until the return of Marky. So join us today at 4:05 East for We Gotta Chase. It's happening because Marky is back. Fun fact. We got emails from Judge Manning.
Yeah. We were, matter of fact, we were the very first YouTube channel to get an email from Judge Manning. And then the second was Law Talk with Mike. Fun fact.
These are fun facts. Get rid of them. You sure can. You are on the Bus Stop Express.
Your Honor, specifically, these particular posts were picked up by a large media blog Instagram profile called Shade Room. 275 million followers. The particular post in which the defendant made was reposted by this blog site and had over at least 156,000 people view that particular post, Your Honor. We are concerned. We completely understand that the defendant is a mother. But we also, as the state, have to present that the victim has a mother as well. These are all children that are involved in these videos.
Most people have mothers, by the way.
Make an argument in regards to the case, but
the way that he says that about the children being involved in videos.
Yeah, and I'm guessing, from what I read, there was and there's a lot of information down in the description if you're watching. There was someone filming the alleged fight at the bus stop. So there is that, to be referenced to. That was out and about, and I think she may have even shared it.
Casey Carey, sorry about you being depressed. I have been too, because I've been away from all of you guys for two full days.
2 days.
So there's that. Paula, hunker down. I know Mikey's getting ready. I didn't talk to you about that, but it's going to be a fun few days, especially if old Debbie, that bitch, stalls out for a bit and brings a lot of
water. And it's already rained a lot here, so the water table's kind of high. But that's not going to work out very well for everybody. So we'll
Lovely.
see.
An Officer Pork Shop to add to the email. Yes, you're absolutely right. We got that still.
I still cry every time I watch it.
It's still yeah, brings tears to a couple of grown men. That was great.
If the defendant has an issue with the children, she should go to the police and not post these videos on social media. Your Honor, as I will say in the impact statement that's provided by the victim's mother, this particular post on September 11th has affected her child. The child has been sent screenshots of the September 11th post that made the shade room. So, Your Honor, we would say that the defendant, and albeit extremely recently, this was only a week ago, we are concerned that she is not abiding by her bond conditions. And we would ask that Your Honor deny the motion to modify her bond in removing the ankle monitor. And I can provide that impact statement now, Your Honor, if you would like.
All right, so impact statement from the victim's mother.
A concern per OCGO 17-71. As the mother of the assaulted victim, I understand that I have the right to address the court in relation to the defendant's request for conditional changes of her bond release. I'm pleading with all parties involved to heavily consider my sentiments regarding the defendant's request prior to making a ruling today. I'm requesting that the defendant's bond be revoked and she be arrested due to the violation of the original bond agreement. I'm also asking that she be granted another bond or be allowed to remain free on her current bond, but that the ankle monitor remain in place and a gag order be added as conditions to her bond.
Ooh.
The defendant is utilizing her celebrity and social media platform to incite violence against my son and other minors, which could potentially escalate what started as mutual combat initiated by her son into another assault or worse.
Very quickly, add Cat Ramsey, number 1 on the Bus Stop Express, please. Cat Ramsey, number 1. Did I forget to put hers up?
Yeah, you put up Gary's first.
Oh, well, that was my fault. I'm so sorry, Cat. Technically, Cat was first today at 12 or 1:08, I believe it was. I believe that was the time at 1:08, and then Gary came in very close at 1:09. Just so you know, Cat, I'm sorry.
Lethal consequences
Monday, okay?
as a result of retaliation by her followers. On September 11th, 2023, at approximately 2 p.m., the defendant posted a video and other content with my son's image and alleged social media profile, as well as other minors, regarding the open legal matter of her and her minor son attacking my son at the bus stop. The intent, I'm assuming, was to control the narrative and minimize embarrassment of the pending child cruelty charges because a gossip site posted details of her arrest.
That's one of the charges.
They reached out to me for comment and I declined with the intent to protect all minors involved. The content has now leaked to several very popular social media gossip sites, whereas of 2:30 p.m. on September 11th, one site had a minimum of 60,000 followers engaged with the post and at least 1,300 people encouraging her.
I mean, listen, 60,000 followers. That's quite a accomplishment. Cindy Lou, woo-hoo, $2. I got it. Late fee. Thank you.
Yeah, and so she is facing some pretty serious charges with it, you know.
Yeah.
And it seems like this is, you know, he's reading the words of the mother of the child that was allegedly attacked at the bus stop. So she has a lot of concern because Sade is passing out videos like it's candy on Halloween. They're everywhere where she's putting it out. And it's now, you know, as good as I do, when something gets posted somewhere, there's going to be a group of people that are going to go after it and say some really bad stuff. And we're going to hear a lot of that here in a minute.
Welcome to the internet. That's what happens. I talk about Bruno, aka Karen. Thank you, 20 bones. I think that might have been more hallelujahs than that, but that's fine.
Bruno's been married for 20 years.
Is that what you're saying?
Practically 20 us for marriage.
So congrats, because that's a lot. Ronick, thank you. 5. Adult Review are also on the Bus Stop Express.
This act against my son, making direct statements that he should have been murdered and put on a t-shirt. Less than 12 hours later on this same site, 160,000 interactions were recorded, with other 15,000 individuals posting comments. As of 10 a.m. today, there's over 200,000 interactions and 25,000 comments supporting, encouraging, and inciting violence against a minor and anyone associated with egregious comments such as, please post the kids and parents' info so we can help with the bullying situation. What's the bully's at name? We're trying to do something. Tell them to pop back out. Richie One Rich does beautiful t-shirts. Their family would have been ordering a few. I hope when she pops one of them, y'all don't get in the comments crying and defending them. Swiss cheese all them folks. Girl, do you need us to pull up or something? That's just a few. I've known of the...
I know what the Swiss cheese thing, I know what that means, right? That's you pew-pewing through somebody.
Yeah. That's when, you know.
Yeah, I'm getting it. I'm not.
Yeah, we're not that old. I get the Swiss cheese reference, and the rolling up. You got to roll up before you do the Swiss cheesing.
Duh, Steve. It's Neo's baby mama. Duh, where the hell you been?
Come on, man.
Vance.
Steve, come on.
God,
come on, Steve.
Get with it, Steve.
Don't have to make us roll up.
Make Swiss cheese out of you.
800 on this side and 800 on that side.
By the way, I'm a baby Swiss kind of guy, not a
baby Swiss is so good.
That's what I said.
Defendant's social status and celebrity affiliation since the first of 3 altercations between both minors on February 24th. I've never once used that information to attack or tarnish her character because I don't want to compromise the safety of either minor. I've maintained the position of protecting both minors and attempting to resolve the conflict in a civil and mature manner before, during, and after involving authorities and pressing charges against her. In addition to her involvement, the threat of shooting up my home, individuals driving around my neighborhood in ski masks asking where I live, and her son recording and posting via social media threatening to kill my son, is the exact reason I exercise the right of a temporary protective order. I am in fear of my son's safety as well as my own, even more so now that our names have been leaked via social media and individuals are requesting my profile be tagged for others to intimidate and attack me and my son and other minors based on her false, exaggerated perception of events. Her social media engagement is allowing her to further perpetuate a hostile situation by twisting the narrative to garner support on a private matter. While I am aware that the court of public opinion will not be prevalent in the court of law, I'm appalled and disappointed that she is using her platform to encourage fans and advocate violence against minors and others. Her actions put both of our children at risk of being hurt or even worse, murdered over what started as a school fight between peers. And I'll sum the rest of it up, Your Honor. I do thank you for your time. My son has received several screenshots of the September 11th social media posts from his peers, forcing him to relive this horrific event. We are both experiencing anxiety and stress because of it. He also fears for his safety. It's affecting his ability to focus at school. There's still fear to ride the bus to or from school.
I bet.
The co-defendant has been expelled from all Fulton County school properties and events. We both have trouble sleeping. He's afraid to hang out with friends. I even had to hire additional security for his birthday party this past Saturday because of the 11th post for fear of someone attempting to attack him while he celebrated. I would like to ensure that she's held accountable for her bond order violation. Her whereabouts are monitored continuously, and that our freedom of speech regarding this matter is revoked until the conviction has been issued and the case has been finalized. Thank you for your time, Your Honor. That does conclude the statement.
It's a lot there.
That's scary. So
Judge,
scary.
Make a quick statement.
Sure, you can go ahead and respond.
Yeah, Judge. So number one, the client had not, the defendant had, not the defendant, sorry, the victim had an opportunity to be present, did not be present. Number two, I think it's unfair for Sade, because of her status, because of being a celebrity,
so close,
to not be able to go ahead and post or comment when she's sent me screenshots of news anchors, social media, websites, and things of the such to go ahead and ask her to comment. In fact, she's sent me screenshots of that, and they're all asking her to go ahead and present a comment. As far as the posts and the blogs, all she's done is protect her character, say that she protects her kids. She did not show the face of the kids at all or say their name. All she did was tell her story. This is a criminal court. This is not talking about, we're not here to talk about the First Amendment or freedom of speech. I know the victim went on, but you directed Miss Sade Bagnerise to go ahead and stay away from this individual. They've had no contact. She's taken her children out of the school so that they don't have any more problems. Now, if social media sites are reaching out to a celebrity asking for comment and commentary,
You say no comment.
I think that this is the appropriate court to go ahead and put a gag order in place. And Judge, you might have your own opinion, but I think I'm accurate when I say that the criminal court can't go ahead and sanction her for being a celebrity, and more importantly, for social media sites to reach out to her to ask her for her story. In fact, that's her right to go ahead and talk about it. However, she's not saying, hey, the victim lives at X address, they go to X school, this is where you can find them. She's done nothing of that sort. She came back 90 days later. She hasn't reached out to this woman. She hasn't touched her. She hasn't touched her kids. She hasn't said where they go to school. In fact, you've got everybody reaching out to Sade asking her, hey, can we go ahead and talk? Can you do a news story? She can't control whether or not 60,000 or 1 million viewers reach out to the website, and if the public's talking, Judge, the public will talk. You've been in many news stories before, you know.
Not for bad shit, though.
You're one of my favorite judges, but you know how that goes, Judge.
Oh, he's kissing
But at
ass.
the end of the day, I think the question is, did Ms. Bagnerise go ahead and violate anything? She hasn't. She hasn't reached out to her. She hasn't reached out to her kids. She, in fact, hasn't said, hey, you can find them at X school, at X buck stop. She stayed away. She's done everything you've asked. And for that,
I mean, let's not give her credit for not doing bad shit.
That's what I was just going to ask, Northwest. I didn't want to feel like an idiot, so I'll let you ask it. She's the one that published the videos, though, right? That is they got out because of her.
Yeah.
So she did do something, Mr. Arca.
And she's talking about it. I mean, yes. Right. Here's the thing. Just because she's a celebrity doesn't give her, you know, when she's told not to do something, she's not above doing it. She has to do what the judge says. The judge says, hey, don't make any, you know, don't say anything about these people. Don't indirectly. If you go on somewhere and you say something and it gets back to them that you said XYZ, then it's still getting to them. It's still in one form or a fashion to a third party coming back to them. I mean, he's definitely doing a good job trying to minimize everything.
Right.
But delay it because, you know, she should be held to a higher standard, or she should not be held under what anyone else would be expected to do just because she's a celebrity. So those should not have anything to do with the case.
I don't think that you can, if it's because it's the whole First Amendment thing where you no expectation of
and I'm sure she blurred some faces and things like that. Anything that got out, I'm sure was somewhat censored. I'm sure. But and I'm not looking for that video. I'm sorry.
I don't think that you, but I don't legally I don't think that you have to, though. Just because, again, if it's in a public place, it's just the way it is, even if it is kids, unfortunately.
I asked that you just go ahead and remove the ankle monitor. I mean, there's no issue with her. She's appeared in court when you've asked. The whole purpose of bond is, will they go ahead and appear in court when their time is called? She has. She's on at 7:15. This is obviously important to her. She's just merely protecting her character. We can't fault her for being a celebrity. She hasn't gone ahead and bashed the woman or the kids. You know what it's like to be on the media. Judge, I just asked you to go and remove the monitor. I mean, at the end of the day, she's appearing every time she's supposed to. She's hired counsel. You know, I come to your court, and every time I've appeared with my clients. But I asked that you go ahead and remove it because at the end of the day, what has she done wrong? She's being asked by social media platforms to go ahead and comment. That's her business. She's a celebrity. I mean, you're a celebrity in a different ring of people, but at the end of the day, you don't see her violating by going near this person. You haven't heard anything in 90 days from this lady.
Yeah, but we just heard what the
Like I said,
victim's mother said.
No idea. Doesn't matter, honestly, if she is to me. But if some of these things are getting,
that's so good of Judge Manning. I listen. If she is a celebrity, great. A lot of you know Neo. I don't know what she has done necessarily. I can't really.
She was with Neo, had Neo's babies.
So that's that. I guess instantly becomes a celebrity. The way that Alex keeps driving in the fact that she's a celebrity is quite odd to me. Just continually saying that, and then even kind of calling out the judge, which, by the way,
I think it just he keeps
celebrity.
Insinuating she deserves special treatment. I mean,
I agree. I agree. That's what it
it.
sounds like. That's what it sounds like when you keep driving in the fact that she's a celebrity. You understand, Judge. You know how it is.
For folks like y'all, we'll see.
Sorry, I went a little blurry there. If some of these things are making the parent of these other children get threats, that's nothing. That's beyond not cool.
Yeah, but Judge, at the end of the day, she has no control over that. I mean, she's got zero control.
If I may, Your Honor, respectfully, because I do respect Attorney Archer, it's exceeded by making a comment on the case and further posting pictures or screenshots or videos or whatever may have been posted. That exceeds it. That goes to a deep concern there for the state. I know that as adults, we may not view social media to be quite as important as children do, but these are all children that are involved in this particular case, where one of us may not be able to identify a child. I'm sure that a lot of these children who go to this particular school, they know the Shade Room. It's an extremely popular blog post. They can easily pick out which child is which in those videos.
Yes.
That is where it's exceeded. I'm not saying that the defendant does not have the right to say that I did not do these charges and I'm going to fight them in a court of law, but it is concerning for the state to look on a blog post and see potential videos of children being involved. And as I've said before, and I don't mean to repeat myself, if these were violent acts that the defendant has recordings of, the place for them is not an Instagram story or a blog site. It is, she should take that information to the police, because that's not
there it is.
anything but bringing more harm to children in this case.
That's 100% right.
Judge, again, she's done nothing wrong. She hasn't gone near the defendant, near the victim, near the victim's children. She has not provided an address to those people. She's a public figure. She's a celebrity in her circle, in her circuit. But the purpose
Man is like,
of ankle monitors to go ahead and track her whereabouts.
Right. And here you go. And I just Googled this, and I'm seeing some of this was posted 6, 7, 8 days ago. Why are you doing it right before you come to court?
You're on mute. You're on mute, Sade.
I don't want to hear you say a word, ma'am.
whoa!
I do not want to hear you say a word. But
I've missed Manning.
you know, and I know you, Mr. Arca. One thing you always say to your clients is, stop talking about what happened. Stop talking about it, because it's not helping you. Because when you post something and you use one word the wrong way, Mr. Jordan's going to say, no, here you said shall and should and did not, and all that stuff can get twisted. The only thing this is going to do, ma'am, is hurt your case. Who cares that the media wants to know what happens? If you're not guilty, then you're not guilty. Who cares? In my position, when I'm on there, I can't say anything. And trust me, that's horrible when things are being said about me, but I'm still here. Stop posting stuff. These are kids that are involved. And if you haven't been watching, there are kids on here that are hurting other kids. and committing serious crimes, allegedly. Let me do that, allegedly, because they
Yeah.
have that presumption of innocence. But if you watch my bond hearings, if you watch the news, children are killing children. You are pouring gasoline on a fire. And if one of those children gets hurt, that is on you. Because of something you did, because you think you're a celebrity or whatever you do. I have no clue. But I don't care who you are. You have no right to pour gasoline on a fire that could maybe get some child hurt. Put it on the other foot. What if the non-celebrity mother did it to your child? You'd be up in arms. You would be beside yourself because somebody was posting something in the shade room or whatever it is and talking to the media. You would be beside yourself. You would have your high power lawyer write them a cease and desist letter and all kinds of other things. Put the shoe on the other foot. Act like you're a mother. Even if one kid picked on your kid, that's what happens. Let the system handle it, not you. If people are posting stuff that they want to pull up and do we need to go handle this? God, all you're doing is inciting people that think they know you and think they want to help you when you don't need help. The only person you need help from is your lawyer.
Man, God, she's great.
I love her so much.
I mean, the ankle monitor is not keeping her, it's keeping her away from him. But if it's obviously not posting her side of whatever, I mean.
Judge, if I may, I think,
Go ahead.
given the words you just stated, I think she's gotten the message clear. I would still kindly
Speaking
ask the
for her.
judge that you go ahead and just allow her to remove it. I think Ms. Bagnerise has now a clear understanding of your position and where you stand.
Well, but I do want to add that she stops posting stuff about these kids. I'm not interfering with her First Amendment right. You can say whatever, but stop posting stuff about these kids anywhere.
Understood, Judge, and I think she gets that loud and clear. Would you be inclined to at least allow her to remove the Talatrix, since it's really, I think it served its purpose. I think from what you see here today, just based off her facial expressions, I think she's heard you loud and
The
clear.
one that hasn't changed?
I'll have a frank conversation with her as soon as I get off.
Oh, now it's changing.
She got the message. Alex said so.
What's she doing?
She's crying.
Oh.
All right. So, but just
But after you-
not to post anything else on social media about this. I'm not interfering with her First Amendment right.
Oh, come on.
I mean, okay.
Her face hadn't changed at all.
No.
And he's like her facial features are definitely telling us.
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
No. Courtney, where I'm at, nice and bright outside, not super hot, thankfully, but where Mikey's at on the coast, a little
It's
bit
dark
different
and stormy,
story.
but it has been for about 2 days now. So it's
Yeah.
continuing its trend.
We keep getting some of those. I guess I would imagine there's some outer bands that come through. They're kind of a quick.
Well, you got to remember the hurricane is as big as the state of Florida. So
Oh, I know. I'm covering it. It's going to be, and again, if it slows down like it's supposed to. Remember how long ago it was, Mikey? I told you. I said, listen, there's a lot of rumors, a lot of people talking about this thing just like stalling out, and then all of a sudden just being rain. That was quite a while ago. Told you about that.
in between cases, I will be out building an ark. Just so you know.
Most important thing before we jump back into this, have you went out on a mission and get brought in the generator yet?
No, God.
No, I'm gonna wait. We're gonna wait until it's.
I'm gonna wait till
yeah.
I sink
You know.
halfway down in the yard. toting
Right.
it during the
Yeah.
storm.
Perfect. That's how you do it in the Carolinas.
Right. One post I want her to make, and I want Mr. Jordan to let us know if she makes it, is it to tell people to stay out of it. This will work itself out. Leave it alone. She's not wanting anybody to do anything. She's got you and she's got a good lawyer, and you're going to handle this. And let the
Understood.
mother, if the other kid's a bully, let that mother handle it.
Understood,
Children
Judge.
don't need to get harmed over this. You could add that, she could take it off. And like I said, but I want to see something posted on wherever. Leave it alone.
The tears are just
Leave
pouring down her face. Creed.
Children alone.
Yes, Your Honor.
Am I clear, ma'am? Give me a thumbs up.
Obviously, she's not an actor.
All right. Is that good with you, Mr. Jordan?
Yes, Your Honor.
When
Understood.
you make that, let me make sure that you can say whatever you want to about me, but I'm going to protect these kids. So make sure that hopefully Mr. Jordan will see it or show Mr. Arca the screenshot. Don't put it up there and then take it down. But you encourage people to leave anybody involved in this alone and let the court system handle it. Please, for the safety of everybody involved, because you're going to get some people hurt. And I don't care who you are.
Judge
The
Manning,
horns?
your assistant, what was her name again? So I can go ahead and send her the order after sending it to Mr.
Miss
Jordan.
Travoria Robinson, you can send it to her.
Miss Gloria Robinson.
Travoria,
But where you got the
the same one that sent you the
invite
link.
from, where you got the link.
Oh,
from.
okay. Got it, Judge. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, Mr. Robinson.
Just so you know, I appreciate people like that. One of my favorites.
Is that what you want, Steve?
You gonna say pre-trial for me one more time before we go?
No.
Wait,
I'm sure half the people is.
I do.
I
What did we do, Plastic?
All right, Judge. I'll get that over to Mr. Jordan before I send it over to the Judge.
All right, y'all have a good one. Thank you. Good to see you.
Finn, Steve,
And it's a new one too, by the way, Steve. It's a new graphic, so I love that,
your dollars at work. Your
Steve.
dollars at work.
And by the
wow.
way, if you are talking about that's I don't know what you mean by horns.
I think maybe when celebrating someone's
To die.
monthly thing, maybe he thinks that's a horn,
Maybe, Steve.
or maybe our mouths are horns. Oh,
I don't know what to tell you. I just
but it's good seeing you, Steve. That was crazy. I mean,
that was no.
I have
never.
never heard of those people, Neo or Shady or Sade, neither one of them. But once I opened up and Googled it, like Judge did, it just is tons of stuff about that, tons of stuff. And I
Crying
think
at the end was ridiculous.
she's embroiled in a thing now with the Neo guy about him being bad for the children, that he's dangerous for the children because he's having sex parties but they called them freak parties or freak outs or something like that.
I've never been to one of those.
So all kinds of
Steve's been to a few freak parties though. He sounds like he's a lot of fun. You know,
I think she called him Diddy Jr.
Oh my God. Kieran, thank you for the 2 bones. Those are not horns, Steve, just so you know.
But what are horns? You guys getting shoehorned over to the new video that will be premiering over on we got a case at 2:00. Kind of a crazy one again, as I've dug through the archives because I've got like 2,500 videos over here I need to get out. And it's a case where a lawyer and a judge just go at it. This just judge and this lawyer just rip.
God.
And the lawyer takes, I believe her words were, "Keep my name out of your mouth."
Heard that before.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, our Florida family make it through. I guess Courtney's here, so I guess we're good.
Horn dogs.
We got quite a bit of you guys.
Now I want a corn dog. Now I want a corn dog.
The Bus Stop Express. Cat is actually number 1, just so you know. Gary came in at number 2. There's a minute difference there. It's pretty close. KC, please cheer up. Cindy Lou, woohoo, Bruno, Ronick, and Kiernov. Thank you guys so much. Fun. That's a fun one. Whenever we get a chance to see Manning, is always good. One of our top tiers.
Last time we did a Manning with the guy that said he was R. Kelly's friend or whatever.
Ah,
That video made the rounds a bunch of channels.
no.
So maybe this one will get a little attention too, and we'll be featured on some of those cool channels again.
Why
Maybe.
not? Lily, welcome. Good to see some new names. We love that. Like Mikey said in the beginning, this is the one where we talk and play horns through the whole thing. If you don't like it, I understand. Just go back. Just don't watch the lives.
Yeah, just go watch the uploads.
Big
This
deal.
is
Watch
the
it.
lives are for people that like to talk
Like-
and have hangouts.
Yeah.
And just do things, you know. It's
Yes.
kind of
Not
the
saying that
game.
you don't, Lily. I'm saying I just
no.
it's a thing.
It's like a barbecue. You ever been to one of those? It's
no.
great.
I don't think Steve's ever been to one. There's a chance of a horn being there, but like Steve's a perfect example. Listen, it happens. Listen, I can't tell you how many. All I watch is YouTube. I barely ever watch like actual like TV. There's a lot of shit that I come across and I don't like it. You know what I do?
I just click to the next thing.
Move
Yeah.
on to the Next. I never understand that. If it ain't for you, it ain't for you. Thank God. I mean, we've got great crowds around here. Speaking of which, if you want to hear us talk and play more horns later, yeah, 405 East for We Gotta Chase. So, and members only for We Gotta Chase today too.
Oh yeah, lots of excitement, all kinds of stuff coming up. Keep eye out for any other premieres that might be happening around 3:00, which means Mikey's still working on it. All right, guys, we love you. We'll see you on the next one. Stay safe, stay hard, stay tuned. Bye now.